Morning guys, welcome back to the farm in Thailand, Toon and Lee. Today is ground force day, but no titmarsh. Right, so the lovely basil, what you call it, Toon? Mangla. Started to go over. We've got another big patch of this stuff further round, so we're going to let that just go to seed and drop everywhere. But we're taking all this out and we're going to have a bash at growing some spinach, and we've got some bush bean and all sorts, so we'll give you a bit of an update once we've ripped all this out. There, Lucy. Hum. All the old plants going into Boys Town here. They like it. Free food yet again. Gin. Gab. Nothing really wrong with these plants. All you really need to do if you want to keep them going is keep picking them. Don't let them get too woody. And they keep going. Just give them a bit of feed now and again. Very easy to grow. In fact, maybe a little bit too easy. They've got out of hand. So it's one of the basils that we probably use the least of, and we've got the most of it. So we need some really decent soil to create a new seed bed. So they really do have to come out. But the Boy Town inhabitants are happy with it. And you guys. Toon's made short work of that. So all the basil out. There's a tiny one left there, but that's a different type of basil. That must have been struggling out of the sun. So we'll take that up and move that somewhere else. We've also got a rogue papaya tree, so we're going to bring that forward just inside the fence here, in line with these other papaya trees. Right, time to get the weeds out. As most of you are aware, hardly anything gets wasted on our farm. It's not that we're trying to keep our carbon footprint down, it's just that we're tight as a duck's arsehole. So even the weeds have to earn their keep. Get through quite a lot of vegetation, this lot. See the younger drakes now, they're starting to get their curly tails. Beautiful animals. Very tasty. And we'll keep a few of these to make sure that we've got a fertile flock. The rest are going to be weed hoovers. We're going to introduce some of these to an area that we're going to create another vegetable patch. So we want the weeds out of there rather than keep on digging, and rather than use a tarp on it as well. We thought we'll get the ducks in there, so we've got to set up a fence for them and then let them loose on it. It's good. They eat the seeds as well, so it's not just getting rid of the weeds that's there. Hopefully they'll get rid of the seeds that will create more weeds. He's quite a big boy there, big curly tail. Alright fella? Good steady progress. Nearly all the weeds bailed out. Cleaned round the papaya tree. Toon's moved the other one forward so it's away from the roof of the house. Found a couple of little bonus things growing on their own accord. There's a little lemon tree. The reason being, when Toon does her somtams, throws the lemon bits out of here. We don't throw these to the poultry. Acidic fruit is a no-no, guys. So if you're keeping ducks or chickens or whatever, don't give them anything that's sort of like high on the citrus side. It affects the, I think the calcium for the shells. Also, we do like our chilies, so they get thrown out here sometimes as well. Chili plant. So we'll let them grow a little bit bigger, and then we'll transplant them where we want them. Looking good.
Ready to get in.
Ready to put the seed in. Good.
Yeah, I see it now.
Here's what we're growing now then. So, Thai word for it, Toon?
Pakom.
Pakom.
Pakom cow.
So there's how many? 13,300 seeds. Guaranteed germination of 70% if they are stored correctly, which none of the shops do. So we should get about 10 bloody plants out of it, I reckon. So Toon's doing her usual, I don't know what style you call that, but this is in the lap of the gods, this is. Someone will probably say, you should do it like this, not like that.
After fucking me!
That's right, if Toon says you do it like this, you fucking do it like this, don't you, geezer?
Yeah. People always say something, but don't forget I'm not grown for you to eat, didn't I?
Why are you growing them then?
For me.
Not us then?
Yeah.
Has it.
That's it. Do you
Huh?
know where you see the seed?
That's it, all gone?
Yeah.
13,000 seed in here?
Yeah.
And you've put them all in roughly the same place?
Don't think so. I brought them everywhere, thank you.
I think they might need thinning out a bit, wouldn't they?
Huh?
Do you think there's going to be... whatever. Right, need to rake it. I've just used my abacus, and apparently that was enough seed to grow that plant for about 13 acres. We put it in about 13 square feet. So there should be a nice full spread.
I tell you what, you will see they're not the thing you thought.
Huh?
They're not the plant you thought about.
Well, yeah, then nothing ever grows from that bloody plant shop anyway, those seeds.
And make sure they grow about 10 plants first. Don't get straw.
Yes, my dear?
Leo.
Alright. Oh, I love it when she's bossy. We're giving our lemongrass a good haircut. Now, this isn't the lemongrass you eat. If you haven't seen it yet, guys, this was featured on our top 5 tips for surviving in Thailand. That's the lemongrass that wards off mozzies. So I did my usual trick and get 1,000 paper cuts trying to trim that up. Toon's just spreading some spent straw. When I say spent straw, this has been in Boys Town for about a month. So there's no seed left on it. There'll be a bit of poo on it, and it just helps to keep the warmth, moisture in the soil, helps germination, and then obviously helps suppress the weeds. Some of you may think, bloody hell, you put that on thick, no way all the seeds will come through that.
They're not thick.
As Toon says, that's not thick, and anyone who's still a doubting Thomas, I will just show you my papaya seed bed. And here we are. Well, it's not growing, is it? This isn't the papaya bed. Chew yourselves. This is the papaya bed. Look at that. These are the sweet papaya. Every single one of these was germinated from seed that we collected ourselves. Prior to that, we bought a packet of 10 seeds So for posh papaya we had one germinate, I kid you not. And papaya is bloody easy to grow. It's just, again, the quality of seeds out here. Well, that's probably wrong. That's probably painting a bad picture of the companies that supply the seeds. They obviously know what they're doing. It's just the way that the seeds are stored, or I suppose more like displayed in the shops where you buy them from. They're left out in almost full sun, so it just cooks the bloody seeds. And although we've just planted 13,300, the chances are very few will grow. We tried growing some lettuce before in a seed bed, and we have grown lettuce lots of times, just not here, and zero. So in here we've done 2 lines of beans on the right hand side of the trench. You can't really see the trench, but it mirrors, if you look at the papaya down there, it's mirrored here. On the right hand side of the trench we've got the tall skinny bean, or I suppose they're better known as yard long beans, and on the right hand side of the trench we've got bush beans. We used to grow a lot of bush beans back in the UK, or more commonly known as French beans. Grow about a foot high, the plant, and you get plenty of beans on those. And of course we used to do the infamous British runner bean. So that's what's got put in here. That was earlier this morning. So happy. Just going to show you the development of our papaya trees now. This is the first one that's growing of its own accord by the buduk tank. Still no baby catfish. I think we've got bloody lesbian catfish in there. And these are probably the smallest papaya around, but they're good for eating when they're ripe. Nice and sweet, those. We've got one that's not far off ready. It's just starting to go a lighter colour. So this is probably our least productive tree at the moment, but we must have had, I should say, a good 20-25 fruit off that, and there's still loads. If you look right at there, loads and loads of flowers still coming. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the papaya tree that ends all papaya trees. Look at that. And we've had quite a lot off this as well. We had an order the other day, someone who owns a somtam shop. Please Toon, can we have 2 kg of papayas? So I picked one. It was 2.5 kg. I shit you not. And it wasn't the biggest one on the tree. So we let her have it for 2 kg. It's very good, this one. Plenty of meat on it. Toon likes to use these for somtam, but any papaya you can use for somtam, or let them ripen up and use them for you can even make juice with them. A juicer is on my wish list for my birthday. I think Toon's got that covered. Good thing about papaya trees, they generate their own mulch. No weeds are us. Unlike out here, we still haven't managed to get rid of those stumps. We've tried burning them a couple more times. What we've got planned for here is to get the ducks in here. So Boys Town is going to be moved here for a few weeks, clean this up, and then we'll have a massive vegetable garden. That's the plan. I'm not going to show you where Toon is. Remember, I was growing my mullat. That has been an epic fail. And I'll hold my hand up, I did forget to water them for about a week. Hey ho, only weeds anyway. Now this tree is doing brilliantly now. Toon, I can't remember the name of this tree, what is it? Yar. And several uses, I mentioned it before. The young leaves are great in a curry, and then your walnut whips help out a bloke with erections. So that is nature's answer to Viagra. So what do you do with the fruit then, Toon? Well, yeah, you can make suntan with it. No, for helping your doodah. You know, you're a man's thingamajigamy. Warm you up down below, down south. So, yeah, but you don't eat them, do you? Well, you do boil them.
No, you can break them and put in the whiskey.
Normal whiskey or Lao Cow? So you get yourself a bottle of the Thai whiskey, Lao Cow. Smash up your walnut whip and put it in there. How long you got to leave it in there?
Week or month, up to you.
The longer you leave it, the bigger your thingy, is it? Me Lucy.
Wake him up.
Wake him up. So if you leave it in a year,
Dead, I think.
you're dead. All the blood goes to the wrong head. So there you go. Not just life on the farm, guys. We're also helping people stay married. Keep your love life alive. So anyone that's the old fella's a bit sleepy, get yourself on this. What's it called again? Donyar. Get yourself your Donyar in your Lao Cow, and then you'll get plenty of morning glory. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Ta-da for now. Bye, bye, bye.